what's your instant analysis of kind of what happened in this one and what you liked and what you want to improve on?
It's basketball, so I don't want to overcomplicate it. They came out in the second half and played very aggressive. We had a great control of this game going into halftime. And then in the third quarter and fourth quarter, they got a lot of the 50-50 basketballs, and then some few calls went the other way. But, yeah, that's basically what I saw in the second half.
Steve told us that you guys need to start the game better and start the second half better. Is there anything specifically that you've seen that has affected how you guys start the second half?
No, I'm not even, I'm not even going to overcomplicate it with you guys here. It just starts with just defensive pride and using our IQ to the best of our ability. We have a lot of long guys in terms of length out there on the perimeter. A lot of teams getting in our paint, offensive rebound, and that's the game right there. It's effort, and it's just positioning and body positioning. And when you're not in the right body position in basketball, you're going to get beat. And Giannis kept beating us to the spot. He kept getting to the free throw line. And it showed for it tonight. I don't think anybody else, no one else really did much except for Bobby in the first half, but I feel like we kept the rest of the guys at bay, and then Giannis got it going and just made it difficult, for us to stop his rhythm. Once he gets going downhill and he starts getting to the free throw line, and we're sitting there almost every play looking at the refs, then we're going to get beat. So tonight was just a learning lesson along the journey, and we take one.
Kyrie, go ahead, Nick.
Speaking of learning lessons, we talked about it the last few days with Ben and aggression, and we're talking about you think it might be a little mental right now. From where you sit, what can you guys do to get him to shoot it more?
I mean, I just think, if we're going to come in and be honest as a team, I'm not trying to just be critical over what Ben's done right or done wrong every single night. He's a basketball player. He's a professional. He has the skills to be a great professional. He's done it in the past, and he hasn't played in 2 years. So you guys keep coming in here asking me, what about Ben? What about Ben? And it's just, he hasn't played in 2 years. Give him a fucking chance. You know what I mean? We stay on his shit. Stay on. I wish I could say other words because I'm from Jersey, but we stay on him. And you just stay on him, and we're just here to give him positive affirmations while he's out there and just let him hoop. And then while he's hooping and getting back into it, we're going to have to really gel as a team in order to learn how to win as a group. It's not an individual's job to go out there and be Superman. He doesn't have to. There's no such thing as made up anyway. So I like to say a phrase that my dad said, a hero is nothing but a sandwich. And I'm serious. Everybody wants to be a hero out here in basketball, but then it's a team game. So we're just developing, and I was a little frustrated after the game, rightfully so, emotional about competition. But it's a long season ahead of us, and we know that these little things are going to keep biting us in the butt if we allow teams to come in and allow their star players or guys that are in rhythm score plus 30. I think we've had a guy score 30 on us every game. So that in itself just shows you, our attention to detail, our IQ, and our body positioning is not there yet.
The only thing on this one is just that the mic caught you in the third quarter, say shoot it, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people heard that, and they're seeing the team just wanted him to do more. That was the only difference in this case.
Yeah, I mean, when I passed it to him, I felt like he had a layup at the rim, and I looked him out and I was like, shoot it, Ben. And of course, again, it's just a clip. It's a full game that we can look at and dissect, and that's what I'll do. This is a big picture thing. We want Ben to be, aggressive every single play, and we want him to get assist every single play. We want him to rebound. We want him to play against the best player. We want him to do all the things that, we know he's capable of. But at this time, he's going to have to work himself into his own confidence and feel good about himself. And I'm not going to say I'm being patient or humble about it, but the reality is that we're just going to keep having to try this experiment every single night until we get the right recipe.
We talked about the recipe. Are there things in that 5 minutes, I mean, it was about 4.5 minute stretch where he was playing kind of like a small ball 5.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't got a chance to see much of that this year. Are there things in that stretch that can help him and help you guys? Yeah,
I mean, the game is moving in a direction where a lot of these guys that are 6'10" and above are able to do it all. And as we saw with Giannis tonight, I think Bud called maybe 50 pick and rolls for Giannis tonight, or an ISO for him. And Ben's able to guard, but especially when we have him at that small ball 5, we're able to switch a lot of pick and rolls. We're able to switch a lot of things, which I think works to our advantage. So when we see that lineup out there like that, I feel like we have a great chance of pushing the basketball on offensive end and defensively just being sound.
Kyrie,
Last one.
you said immediately this is going to be ugly for a while, and Ben kind of referenced the same thing this morning. I guess, kind of going off what you said, how do you kind of measure progress, given you have a couple guys coming off a long layoff, still a set to throw in the mix, TJ? I mean, how do you kind of measure progress as you guys figure this all out, as you were saying?
I think in my opinion, I would say, just remembering that you've won your whole life and doing the things that it takes to win should be the focus every time you step on this floor. I'm not expecting anybody to come in and wow us with a whole bunch of stats or anything like that, but we have to adjust to all our roles. And in order to do that, it takes some honest conversations, and it is going to look ugly sometimes, but when the truth starts to reveal itself and we start clicking, I know that we'll be able to look back on this and say that we got some experience together as a group. But it's no time to hold our heads or any time to look for excuses. We got Luka Doncic coming in, all world, everything. And I'm looking forward to the challenge against the Dallas Mavericks.
Thanks, man.
Yep.